So it is time. I can't believe I just did that. Yes, I can. It is time to. Excuse me. To talk. I'm really nervous. But it's time to talk about the birth certificate disaster and the dental debacle. Well, which one's the debacle and which one's the disaster? Anyway, so I guess teeth first, because that's something that I'm really insecure about and something that kind of prevents me from doing videos. My teeth are real jacked and they just keep getting like more and more brown. And part of the reason is just lifestyle in general, coffee, cigarettes, sweets, and, days blurring together and forgetting to brush, honestly, so brush your teeth. And, earlier into my life, first of all, some of the grooves were created by when I had braces earlier in life. And I guess going even further back, when I was little, I guess I never was pressured into brushing my teeth enough. And so I had like caps on all the backs of my teeth, and my mom said that I had some on the front, but I don't recall that. She said they were just clear or natural teeth colored, but it didn't feel like I had any on there, and it definitely, you could feel it at the back ones, and honestly you can feel the teeth rotting under them. It's disgusting, honestly. Don't recommend it. But anyway, and one of my baby teeth I had lost on a Lunchables, nacho Lunchables chip. I was eating the chip and it just went. And so after that, I started like eating apples with spoons. So that's a weird perk that I had. And later on, when I had braces, one of my friend's moms asked, like, is that a braces thing? And my friend was like, no, that's a her thing. And I was like, right. I'm getting a little sidetracked, but it's all just back and forth parts of that. I also had a crossbite, and I had a really bad habit of like grinding my teeth. Like I grit and grind my teeth. Not as much as I used to, but I was supposed to wear like a mouth guard when I slept, but they just never got around to it. So there's that. What else about teeth? Okay, so these are looking weird with the like, oh, that's even worse. Oh my gosh. That was awkward. Back to teeth. So, what all have I covered? So yeah. So the crossbite, I had the braces to correct them, and I've always had like a bit of a gap here. I had issues with them putting grooves into my teeth, especially whenever I had the braces removed and they were like sawing them down. Also, just like, I don't even know what happened there. It was just all kinds of whack. But yeah, then I had gotten my braces off, and then I had a permanent retainer on the top or on the bottom, and then I had a regular retainer for the top to like keep my gap closed. And something happened to the first one, and I was really good about wearing it, but then something happened to the second one, and I kind of like my gap. Like, I would definitely like if my teeth were like, if it was like straightened out, because my teeth at the bottom, they're actually like going out like this, like a, if that makes sense, and pushed forward, because the next part. So I was told before my wisdom teeth even grew in, when they took x-rays, they were like, we need to go ahead and pull these. And I was like, okay. And we were going to have it scheduled, but it was just too darn expensive. And so, yeah, I was supposed to have those pulled, and I couldn't. And then they started growing in, and they straight up told me that my mouth was going to be too small for them. And they started growing in, and so now, like, I have mandibular torme, I believe, from them pushing my teeth forward, and kind of, it's like this donkey teeth effect, which I'm really self-conscious about, but I love validating others in. And then, it caused me to start getting more lispy. It's, like, harder to open my mouth for certain vowels. Trying to speak Spanish is a little more difficult, as well as other languages. Sometimes even just Englishin. And one of the teeth is directly in front of my molar, so it actually, like, they're like in my jaw. Did I say singing? Because that part's kind of important. Because I can't actually open my mouth as wide as I used to, and my mouth, like, kind of like some sort of TMJ or lockjaw thing or something. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Oh, this video is getting long. We can stop that there, and then I'll cover the birth certificate separately. Oof. I'm not even gonna edit this, because that's part of, like, a little bit of a social experiment that I'll talk about later, but oof, this was hard. Oh, and I just remembered this one. Another baby tooth story. So, my family was going to pull my tooth. It was one of the bottom ones. And I had a few that were wiggly. But I was already crying because I didn't want the tooth pulled to begin with. I was like, just let it fall out on its own. Just don't pull it, please. And I'm sorry, it's really hard to tell the story because it really, really sucked at the time. So my mom is holding me down, and my grandpa has his hand in my mouth. He puts his hand on the tooth. He's about to pull it. And I am writhing. I am wriggling. I am struggling. I am trying to get away. Because I know what is about to happen is not good. And I start screaming, no, 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 frantically. I'm in a panic. Then it happens. My worst fear is realized. That tooth comes out. And I utter the words, wrong tooth. So I had to get 2 teeth pulled that time. Oh, I'm still not happy about it. Listen to your kids.